Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. So have you ever tried playing with charcoal and watercolor? Well, check it out. We're going to be playing with charcoal and watercolor today. I'm going to show you how to paint this one. I did this one on my own, and then I'm showing you how to paint this one. It's so much fun just to play with these two mediums together. You know, when you touch the charcoal with the water, it kind of mushes it and bleeds it a little bit and creates this kind of cool vintage look. I love playing with it. I have a couple of tutorials on my YouTube with charcoal and watercolor. There's like a rabbit one, and I think there's actually an abstract one, which is kind of fun. Let me know in comments if you've tried these two combinations, if you enjoy them, if you like them, or you get frustrated. The trick is really kind of be light with that watercolor. Don't push down too hard and mush that little charcoal. It just gets like a muddy mess. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Also, check out my Patreon. I have ad-free videos, traceables, exclusive tutorials, and a live stream in the top tier, as well as a Facebook group where we do weekly challenges and monthly giveaways. A lot of fun. People really enjoying the challenges. I give you like prompts and like photos, and I tell you like, okay, this week we're going to paint, you know, your favorite dessert and things like that. And then we have monthly giveaways, and it's all, you know, people enjoy showing their works and what they're struggling with, etc., etc. It's just a place people go and support my channel, which I appreciate. And you can find the link to it in the description box. So, without further ado, let's get drawing and painting. This is going to be so much fun. All right, I'm going to go with my supplies. I have a 9x12 Arch 100% cotton cold pressed paper. I'll be using my Princeton 12 Neptune series brush and a charcoal pencil. And I'm using this one, the kind you peel, so it reveals more of the charcoal. Something like this. It's just a general pencil of charcoal. So basically you're drawing your flowers with the charcoal pencil and any kind of vase or whatever thing you want. And, you know, and then we're going to go in and just like wash in some color and just kind of carefully wash it in because you don't want to make a complete utter mess. If you haven't seen my how to draw flowers tutorial, look at that. It will help you to draw some flowers. So I'm just going to show some basic flowers here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So here I just kind of create a circle and like little lines kind of like going out like this. And then I'll just create little petals from this circle. Do another row kind of behind this one. Another row. Kind of like a you know, a Gerber daisy kind of flower, but not really. Right? And then we can do kind of like just a regular typical, you know, kind of wiggled 4 or 5 petal flower. Something like that, little shorter petals over here. And then you can do some little indentations kind of coming out here from the center. You can get super detailed if you want with the charcoal pencil or not. A poppy you can do over here. So it's kind of like a little half, you know, semicircle, but I do a little wiggle here. And then here is in a circle and little lines coming out from there. And then we kind of wiggle and like grow like this. That's the poppy. You can put some lines like this. Do another couple of maybe those same type of flower. Kind of looks like a chrysanthemum. Just doing some, you start with the petals first in the center and then you kind of go out like this and create the other ones. This type of flower, right? You can put a little leaf in here. You can put a little tiny flower in here if you want like a little daisy. I had my other one like a black-eyed Susan kind of daisy kind of coming here. With the little top there. Put some leaves out here. They can be small, big. Vary them. Put some stems. You're going to put some berries, whatever, more leaves. I'm probably doing like another flower here. Kind of similar to this one, but a little bit smaller. Right? And maybe down here like a half of a, you see half of a daisy. Here's the center of it, and you can see some of it peeking through. And put another leaf here, another leaf here. So we're building the flower, you know, cluster. Always add little leaves kind of coming out here. Begin a little branch. More leaves. And you got to think about a vase. Could it be rectangle, square, even like round? So I might do like a round Here's the lip of it, and just kind of come down and then do like a round kind of body of it. Right? And then here you can start to put some stems. I'm going to leave here, and I'm going to leave here. Bring the stems in. And have some leaves in here. I think I'll put a couple of little daisy, little doodads up here. Just kind of wiggle the pencil down here. See, just like little wiggle. It looks very vintage, doesn't it? And you can put some little ones down here, like little daisies kind of that fell with some leaves. And you can get a little bit darker. You can add some dimension with the bottom here. See, you can get them darker. You can go back in and make each line a little bit thicker. Add some more petals in here. And I don't know, maybe add a couple more leaves or kind of stems. You can add the flower kind of bending down here. Get creative. How about a closed poppy kind of happening there? So once you get all this kind of drawn in, and like I said, you can make this a little bit thicker. But remember that when the watercolor hits it, it's going to kind of mush it a little bit, so it's going to get really black. You want it too black. And I'm going to put a little highlight and some more stems kind of going in here, coming down. That's the drawing, right? Now, we're taking the number 12. You just fill it in with color. And you want to keep... I'm going to keep going back and forth and tapping my paper towel or whatever towel I have. So here I'm going to make some, I have some bright rose and some cadmium red light. I mix them together. Now watch what happens when you go in to touch the charcoal, right? Especially if it's wet. See how it's wet? It's going to move that charcoal around. It's going to get a little bit dark, almost black, going into that pink color. That's how it's going to give it that vintage kind of look. I'm just going in here and kind of washing it. I'm cleaning my brush every now and then, so I don't want it super black. I'm going to try that. Clean your brush every now and then. You can also, while it's still damp and really wet, can't speak, really wet, wet on wet, you can just kind of tap in some really deep color. Watch it bleed. Play around with the colors and make it down here, maybe over here at the poppy. I'll actually just make it red. So I'll have that cadmium red light. I might have this color called pyro red. I'll add that. Get this water down. The water is what's going to make that charcoal move. So you can put that in there, and it's getting a little orange. Very, very wet, loose paint. It gives it that look. Again, I'm going to add that bright rose again. Go in here. Maybe more pink this time than putting it with the red. Just tippy tapping it, kind of pushing that paint around and touching the charcoal. If you touch it too much, it's going to be really black. So I might every now and then go back in my paper towel and tap off some of the color. I'm not cleaning the brush per se, but I'm just going back and just tapping, getting off the charcoal with my brush. So going in here and just tapping in the color. Like the yellow Black Eyed Susan, I mixed some cadmium yellow deep with a little bit of that pink, make it a little orangey. And you'll see it really kind of moves, gets really dark, see, when you hit that charcoal. Same thing down here. Yellow. Gives it that vintage look. And there's that little daisy in here. I might add another one actually. Right? This flower, you can figure out what color you want to do. Maybe some pinky purple. I don't know. I did a lot of like pinks and just oranges, or you can do like a nice orange. I have brilliant orange over here. I haven't done the orange yet. Let's try a little orange. Ooh. So remember, it gets really kind of dark when you hit that charcoal. Just washing in the color. If it gets a little too dark, I just tap it on my paper towel. Just see, I'm just kind of really just lightly tapping the paper. Don't get aggressive. Just tap the tap the paper. I'm gonna go in and add some, tapping in some bright, brilliant orange. You can make it lighter by making it just like really watered down watercolor. So I'm gonna do that here. See, really much lighter than that orange, because that black is just gonna start to move into the paint and dull it like a gray. So you get that first wash. And you can go back in and you can bleed in some bright color. Like that. It would bleed. This one kind of stopped a little bit. You can kind of manipulate it. I'm going to add some of that bright pink. Going out here. I didn't touch the charcoal part out here, but I can now. And of course, mix up whatever greens you have. So I have, ultramarine blue with some cadmium yellow deep, or cobalt, or even Prussian blue. Get some nice greens. This one looks a little olivey, so that would make it look more vintage. So you get that vintage color. Olive. Just tapping the charcoal area. So slightly. I'm barely touching it. I can still leave the charcoal in some areas, and I have a really nice vintage look to it. Doesn't take much to create something like this. Just going over the stems and the leaves. Now we have a lot of white space in here. You can just fill it in what I call filler color. So here I'm putting in the nice, I'm actually putting in real leaves here, just filling in the stems with the green. But we can go back in. I have a nice bright green now. What I call fill it, just kind of tap in color. Get this wet and loose, put it in between. See, just tapping. Tippy tap, and then make some stems go down. Get more yellow greens if you want to brighten it up. Don't be afraid to kind of put it out here too. And you can just have the combination of the charcoal and go in and just put some ones that aren't charcoal, like some pretty leaves that you just painted. I did that in my first one too. Get a little variety of both. This one's yellow, and I have to put orange over there. So I get my yellow color. This little daisy, another daisy over here kind of happening. Pick whatever colors you want to, feel free. Don't have to follow me. This one got a little darker. I can put some more pink. Red going in here, and then red down the bottom. This one just really just kind of one color note. So I'm going to go back in with another color. Go back some bright pink on top of that. Same thing here. It's still kind of damp. You can still play around with it. And even this orange, is it still damp? No. The green kind of bled a little bit into it. You really don't have to be like super accurate filling in the color with this, right? For this vase, we can make it like that turquoisey kind of ball jar color. I use peacock blue for that. And you can touch a little burnt umber in there to dull it down a little bit so it's not this bright turquoisey color. And then you just kind of go on the edges. See? And here, around on the bottom. Watering it down a little more. So now get more blue in there. And that's the jar. Don't fuss with it too much. You can make yourself crazy. And then, of course, the daisies that are on the ground. We got to put the color there that fell down, and the greens too. I'm going to get those greens. Oops. Trying to mix up my green here. Okay. Got a little dull. Some greens, stems. Now I have black eyed Susans up top here, so I'll just grab some Paynes gray. Maybe a little burnt umber, so it's not super black. Just kind of fill that in. Fill that in here, in here. You can make the centers of those black. I made them yellow, like a yellowish orange color. It's going to get kind of muted with the charcoal. Is the poppy. The poppy can actually be black in here. Poppy. And then I have one up here. Isn't this fun? Do another yellow color, yellowish orange up here. The charcoal hits that yellow color, it gets turned into like a muted, deep yellow orange, very fall looking. If you don't want it that dark, maybe you want to tap a little paper towel, touch it, so you have color behind it and it's not so fall looking. Or get some bright yellow on the ends. So now you get some bright color. I'm going back in here and just throwing in some bright yellow. So it's a little more summery. Vintage summer. That's what I'll call it. Vintage summer. Go back in here. Put the yellow here. And that's all you do for this. It's more drawing and just filling in color. But it's so much fun. You just add a little more bright color. Really minimal effort for a really great bang for your buck with the colors and everything. Gonna add some bright, brilliant orange. Water this down a little bit. Ooh, yeah. I love it. I love playing with materials. You gotta try playing with materials. You can't be doing the same thing all the time. It really helps you grow as an artist. Maybe I'll get a little darker inside here. Fill in the cracks. I didn't do that in the first one, but I can do that in the second one. Gets a little kind of crowded in here. We'll just fill that in. I used some Paynes gray. And then how long did that take us? No time at all. And what a great look. So I hope you enjoyed this. Drawing your little flowers, washing in some charcoal, washing in the color over the charcoal. And it gets a little mushy, but it has that vintage look to it. It's really kind of pretty. And at the end, if you want to add, like I didn't add a color here or shadow, but you could kind of just go down here and throw in a little color. Boom. Just changes it a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in comments if you like playing with these mediums. Have you tried to play with charcoal and watercolor? It's really kind of fun, and it's really great on the cold press, because the tooth on the cold press gets that really kind of rustic, kind of vintage style to it when you're drawing on it. And don't just do flowers like this. You can do objects, you can do animals and all kinds. I have a rabbit tutorial with charcoal also in my YouTube channel. So have fun, play with it. Let me know what you think. And take care. I'll speak to you soon.